Today we're going to do finding missing number in a division equation. It's a little more complicated to show on the scale. I'll just show you, don't worry about it if that seems a little confusing. There are steps, pretty easy steps. You just have to follow the steps, go step by step, and you'll be able to solve these equations. Make sure you show your work, because later on it gets a little more complicated. That's why I'm so fussy about you showing your work. Okay, so this means x over 3, and x over 3 means x divided by 3. Now I've said x divided by 3 equals 2, and I have this balanced here. So this is 2, this is x divided by 3. There's my x divided by 3. Now I don't want x divided by 3. That doesn't do me any good. I want all of x. So if this is x divided by 3 is 2, what that tells me is that there's 2 in here. X divided by 3 is 2. I don't want x divided by 3. I don't. I want x. So how can I get a full x? Well, if this is x divided by 3, to get the full x, don't I just have to multiply this by 3, and that'll give me the full x? So I would multiply it by 3, and that would give me my full x. Oh, but I'm out of balance. I don't know what the full x is. And again, the weight of the cup gets in the way. So then I multiply this side by 3. And then I'm going to find out that my full x, not x over 3, but the full x is the same as 6. Looks like this. If I take x divided by 3, I'm going to multiply it to make this third x over 3 like a third of the x's. I'm going to multiply it by 3 to get it a full x. So I'm going to multiply it by 3, and I just show it like this. This is my dot is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply it by 3. Now if I have a 3 on the top and a 3 on the bottom, that just is like 3 over 3. Even though it's a little bit over here, it doesn't matter. It's still 1 on top. It'd be 3 times x over 3. 3 over 3. 3 over 3 is 1. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So these cancel each other out. That gives me x by itself. Now if I multiply this side by 3, I have to multiply this side by 3. And that's my dot, is my multiplication. Now the 3 multiplying by 3 on this side gets the 3 over 3, gets the x by itself. It'd be 1x, x. And that equals 6. And that's how we work that one out. So another example would be x over 4 equals 2. If x over 4 equals 2, to get rid of this divided by 4, because x was split up into 4 equals, just multiply by 4. That becomes 1. But if I multiply this side by 4, I have to do the exact same thing to the other side. So then x becomes 8. X over 5 equals 6. To get rid of that 5, to divide by 5, the over 5, divide by 5, I have to multiply this side by 5. That becomes 1. And then I have to do the exact same thing to the other side. X equals 30. And then you can always check your answers. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 30 divided by 5 is 6. And that's how you show your work. A few more examples for this one would be a over 10 equals 3. I would just take a divided by 10 equals 3. To get rid of this divide by, I'm going to have to multiply by. Multiply it by 10. 10 over 10 is 1. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So I get a equals 30, and that's exactly how you show your work. C over 3 equals 5. to get rid of the c over 3, divide by 3, I'm going to have to multiply it by 3, kind of do the opposite function. And if I did that, that's going to cancel it out. I have to do the exact same thing to the other side. I get c equals 15. And that's how you show your work. D over 1.5 equals 3. Now, that looks like it's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. No, you're not. You're not. Just do it the same way. It's not a big deal. And you might have to do a little calculation. You guys are capable of that. Not a big deal. So I would take, I need to get rid of the d divided by 1.5. I'll multiply it by 1.5. Don't stress about the decimal. That becomes the 1. Then I have to multiply this side by 1.5. So I get d equals, and then I just go over here, I have 1.5 times 3. That's 15. Add 1, 3, 4, and I have one decimal point to the right. One number to the right of the decimal point. It's 4.5. So it's 4.5. Not a big deal at all. You can even have ones with fractions in them, and this is how you show your work. You could have ones with fractions in them. You could have b over 2 equals 1/5. So b over 2 equals 1/5. How do I get rid of this? Divide by 2. I multiply it by 2. It's going to cancel that out. So I get b equals, b is by itself. Now I have to do the same thing to the other side. So I get 1/5 times 2. When you multiply fractions, you just do top times top, bottom times bottom. You need to change the whole number, into a fraction, and you just do that by putting it over 1. This becomes top times top, 2/5. So b is 2/5. Not a problem at all. Do the split screen. I did it in time lapse again. So I would do the whole thing and then watch the time lapse. If the time lapse is too fast, it's on YouTube, so just slow it down to half speed, quarter speed, 0.75 speed, whatever, just to slow it down to see, or you can stop, pause, and then go back. You need to show your work, and this is exactly how to show your work. All right, get to it.